Merry Christmas, everybody.
18 points for Jokic in overtime. That's actually an NBA record. I guess that probably doesn't surprise you, though, does it?
Nah, bro. I'm tired of not being surprised. That shit surprised me, bro. We can't continue to just dismiss what this guy does on a night-to-night basis. I think, bro, it's unbelievable. There's no way that we could take for granted or it should go over people's heads what Jokic did tonight, and every night, honestly. We're watching history on a night-to-night basis. That's why I want to continue to stress to the fans just how important it is to show up here and really enjoy this and really kind of not take this for granted, because this is something that doesn't happen again. We will never see anything like this again. And I think everybody needs to really be paying attention, and we need our fans here every night, just like they were tonight, being loud and being that atmosphere that's hard to play in.
At what point in a game that when he's having an especially great game, do you start to almost allow yourself to reflect on how crazy it is even in the moment?
After it's over. I mean, when you're in the game, you're just playing the score, and you're playing the situation. Jokic hits 2 threes back to back. We bring the game within 3, or we tie up the game. That doesn't change anything. We got to get a stop. So I think our mindsets all immediately change to the other side of the floor. But yeah, after the game, I mean, it's hard not to,
You, I think TV cameras or something caught Ant possibly asking you if you were going to foul before the last possession. Is that what happened? What was Ant saying to you?
He was saying, just are y'all gonna let us get a shot off, or we gonna foul? I said, we're gonna try our best to foul, but I mean, this is a tricky situation. It's 2 seconds left. We foul you, you get 3 free throws, or we let you shoot, you get a 3 off. It's almost one of those ones where you kind of gotta just play as solid as you can and just hope for the best. But I mean, incredibly tough shot from him, just like he made all night. I mean, he's an amazing player.
How much talking is there just the course of the game with him? Obviously, he's a guy who loves sort of that aspect of the competition.
Oh yeah, every there's a lot of respect between me and Ant. I think every time we play, we talk the whole game pretty much, me and him. And it's just like I said, situational depending on what's going on, but just competitors.
Does it mean anything to you to be 3-0 against the Wolves, just given the nature of that matchup over the last couple of years?
Absolutely. I think it means a lot to be 3-0 or 2-0 over everybody. We want to win all the season series we can, and especially against a team that good and kind of shorthanded as well. It was good to be able to pull out this win tonight and continue to show how deep this team is.
Peyton, Tuesday in Dallas was obviously a tough one for you. What did it just feel like to come up with the steal in overtime and then the 2 free throws to push it to 5?
Felt good. It's always great to come up in big moments and help your team win games, and that's always my intention. I'm always going out there and trying to do what's best for the team and my teammates, and that's what I tried to do again tonight, and that's what I did in Dallas. It doesn't always go your way. I've seen the best players of all time miss game winners, and it's a game that has ups and downs, but I'm glad that I was able to come up today.
What did you see on that play where you got the deflection?
I just saw them kind of flustering in a little bit up top. I saw him pick up the ball to try and find somebody, and I thought that the pocket was the most predictable pass I thought he could have probably made, so I just sold out, and I tried to get my hand on the ball, and luckily I did, and I was able to force a big-time turnover, and we were able to capitalize on that.
Peyton, I know it's easy to say next man up, and that's what everyone says in sports, but how challenging is that to actually do the way you guys are doing?
I mean, it's challenging. It's challenging, especially when you haven't been put in the situation before. I know that I've had some really good practice and a lot of experience doing this now for the past couple of years, but it never can be understated how important it is for everybody to be engaged and locked in, because you never know what happens. We go down 3 starters. That obviously wasn't in any of our plans, but you got to be ready when that opportunity presents itself, and that's what a lot of guys in this room are made of. So,
A couple years ago, you guys had a 20-point lead on them in a Game 7. Last year, you have that double overtime game, and heartbreakingly, is it hard to kind of keep some of those memories out of your mind when they have the comeback like they do at the end of regulation and you're kind of fighting against the momentum in overtime with the way that this went?
Yeah, I mean, you never forget those things, but I think that that's for the better, you know? I don't think that anybody here is scared of the moment, or I don't think anybody here thought that it was going to be an easy win tonight anyways. That team is a team full of fighters. They got a team full of competitors, and they got a team full of great players. So we knew tonight was going to be a dogfight. And obviously we want to be better. We want to be able to take care of that game and finish that in regulation. But, you know, stuff doesn't always go as planned, like I mentioned before. So I'm glad that we were able to stick with it and, like you said, weather the storm with them having the momentum going into overtime.
Do one more good guy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry